Hello, welcome to Grand Prairie Public Library's new YouTube program dedicated to entertainment in this time of social isolation, which is not so much fun. Today we will discuss book recommendations, show a craft idea, and demo a tutorial for an awesome video game. My name is Michaela and I will be your host. Let's start with some books. First, I want to talk a little bit about a label you're going to notice on all of today's books. Hopefully I can pop them up around me. It's Rick Riordan Presents, which is an imprint. It's part of the Disney Hyperion publishing family. Publishes about 4 books a year, and they're all books that Rick Riordan, yes, that Rick Riordan, author of Percy Jackson and Magnus Chase and the Kane Chronicles and the Trials of Apollo, that Rick Riordan has selected that he thinks will appeal to kids who like any of his books. I've loved every single one that I've read, which is very rare for me. So I'm really excited to share some of them with you. So first let's talk about Sal and Gabi Break the Universe and Sal and Gabi Fix the Universe. Sal and Gabi Break the Universe came out, I think, last year, fairly recently. Sal and Gabi Fix the Universe is coming out in May, and it's awesome, and I love it, and you should totally read it when you get it, which will hopefully be in May. They're by Carlos Hernandez. Sal and Gabi Break the Universe is kind of a sci-fi romp. We meet Sal, who's kind of the nerdy, offbeat main character, who you would normally see as more of a sidekick type, but he does a fabulous job in the main character role. He is a magician. And no, his magic tricks are not what you expect. Turns out Sal can rip holes in reality, like holes straight into the universe, and reach into different realities and pull objects or people into his reality. Yeah, it doesn't always work out very well. You also get to meet Gabi, his friend, intrepid reporter, seeker of truth, social justice warrior, really fun, bright girl, and Yasmani, his would-be bully, who comes into an even larger role in the second book as they go from would-be bully to kind of allies to friends and almost family by the end. It's a really neat progression. We get to see more of the problems inherent with Sal's ability. So in the first book, the holes is obviously causing problems. Sal's mother passed away a number of years ago, and while he loves his stepmom, who he calls American stepmom, he does really, really miss his mother, and so sometimes unconsciously, not on purpose, he reaches into different realities and pulls from ones where his mom is still alive and brings her to his reality for a few hours. It's a little awkward for everyone involved. Especially for American Stepmom. Not so much fun. Sal and Gabi Fix the Universe. We get to see a lot more sci-fi-ish things. It's less subtle. We have way more artificial intelligences, and we learn a little bit more about them. We get to see interdimensional travel, and more characters from other universes, especially more Gabis, which is fun, because Gabi is awesome. And it turns out that maybe some of the things we assumed in the first book aren't actually correct. So those are really fun books. Hopefully the books are here, otherwise this is going to look really, really silly. And I highly recommend them. We do have Sal and Gabi Break the Universe at the library, unless someone's already checked it out by the time you're watching this. And like I said, Fix the Universe will be coming out this May. Another favorite of mine is called Dragon Pearl by Yoon Pearl. As far as I know, it's a standalone book. No sequels have yet been published or announced. Do you like foxes? What about space? Okay, so this book is Korean mythology blended with a space opera. There's no opera in it, it's just a term. And it's awesome. So Min is a fox spirit, just like the rest of her family, which means she has really cool supernatural abilities, including the ability to charm people so that they see things that aren't there and manipulate their emotions And she can even shapeshift into literally anything. Like she can shapeshift into a fox. She can shapeshift into a human, a different human. She can even shapeshift into an inanimate object, like a table. So that sounds really cool, but unfortunately, everyone in the whole universe kind of hates fox spirits. Even the other supernatural spirits, like the dragons and the goblins, hate fox spirits. So they have to hide their abilities. Her whole family and her have to hide their abilities and their true nature so they don't get thrown out of their homes and off their planet. They live on this like dusty garbage planet called Jinju. It's not actually garbage, okay, but it's not a great place to live. It was never terraformed. So terraforming is when they take a planet that is unsuitable for human habitation and make it suitable for habitation. And so Jinju was never properly terraformed. It's really dusty and gross, and they're kind of stuck there in this hovel, living very hand to mouth, like they don't have enough money to save up for nice things. Some of the basic necessities that they rely on to live, the basic pieces of technology that they need, keep breaking and they have to fix them. Min is really good at fixing them, and it's not the greatest existence ever. She wants to follow in the footsteps of her older brother June and join the Space Forces so she can explore all the other worlds because her world sucks. However, a messenger comes from the Space Forces saying that June has deserted, which is a really big no-no. You can't do that. It's like deserting the army. You're not supposed to do that. And that he apparently heard rumors of the location of this mystical item called the Dragon Pearl, which is said to have the power to terraform worlds. So obviously it's quite valuable. And so they're looking for his house, looking at his house, they're asking his family, they're trying to find June because he's a traitor. And Min knows that her brother would never, ever, ever turn traitor. And he would never, ever, ever have deserted. Even to find something as cool as the Dragon Pearl. Which obviously could have changed her whole family's life for the better. So she decides she has to go find her brother. So she runs away from home. Disguises herself. And joins the Space Cadets under an assumed identity in an attempt to clear her brother's name to find out where he really went and what really happened. There's pirates, space pirates. There's magic, obviously, because of the fox spirits. There's ghosts, space battles, lots of secrets. It's a really riveting read. It's not that long, and like I said, I love books and I love series. They're great, but it's really nice every once in a while to just read a self-contained book, which is what Dragon Pearl is. Let's take a break and let's do a craft. We're gonna do a craft. I wanted to do activities that people could do without having to go buy a lot of supplies because none of us want to go outside. I don't think I've left my house in days, which is kind of scary. So looking for activities and crafts that we could do without having to go buy supplies, I came across an artistic concept called serialism. Michael Albert, a modern pop artist, is the one who coined the term, and he had this old cereal box that I guess had been a gift from someone, and he couldn't, for some reason, bear to throw it away. I mean, it's a cereal box, but it must have had some sort of sentimental value to him, so he turned it into art. And so we are going to imitate that style of art today. So all that you need for this is a cereal box, a piece of paper or cardboard to paste pieces of the cereal box on, scissors to cut the cereal box, and a glue. Glue stick should work. Wet glue will also work. Any kind of glue will work. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, so once you have your cereal box, you'll need to cut it out into two rectangles. I just used the front and the back, and good scissors will be better. Mine weren't fabulous, and it got kind of tricky to cut, but you can cut those out. I'm going to use one side to cut into the pieces to make the art, and then I'll use the inside of the other piece to assemble the art on. It's like my canvas. So I have my two pieces. I'm going to use the English one as my front and the French one as my back, just because English is my primary language. And then you can cut out the pieces. I seem to have a thing for triangles when I was making this. You don't have to cut triangles out. Cut out whatever pieces and shapes you want, but just make sure you cut the whole box piece up. Super exciting. So once it's cut up, you're going to want to flip your pieces over so you can see them. And then you're going to start to lay them out onto the page. So I decided to keep some of the original text kind of in line so you can see what it used to be a little bit more clearly. You do not have to do that. Obviously, you can do this however you want, but it just helped for me and it gave me a better sense of the layout and how much space I had. And it gave me some structure to work with in my picture. Again, though, do this however you want. Once you have as much of it laid out as you want to, as you can see, I decided I only needed about half of it. You can grab your glue stick and just start to glue the pieces into place, if they'll stay. So you just glue the pieces right down. I had a separate piece of paper so I didn't get glue on my table. It's not mandatory. You can glue straight into your hand. And then you're finished. And you have a beautiful piece of art that you can hang on your wall and treasure forever as a memory of COVID-19 self-quarantine. Okay, so next up is our video game tutorial. We're going to demo Child of Light by Ubisoft. Right coming in, you can see it's a beautiful game. They're going to get you to try to sign up for a Uplay account. You don't need one. Just exit that and then you'll be able to select your difficulty. There's only 2, casual and expert. It just depends on how challenging you want the fights to be, and there are a lot of fights. Child, tuck yourself in bed and let me tell a story of Lemuria, a long-lost kingdom, and a girl born for glory. So here we see Aurora and her parents, who are Duke and Duchess in Austria. Her mom passes away and her dad remarries this really not nice person, and Aurora passes away in the night soon after. And finds herself waking up in this weird place. She is a little confused. What am I seeing? I must be dreaming. And that's a conceit that you're going to see carried on throughout a large portion of this game. Is Aurora is very confused and does believe and interact with this as if it is a dream. And maybe she's right. We'll find out as the story progresses. So here's the credits. As I mentioned, it is a Ubisoft production. Okay, so chapter 1, The Girl and the Firefly. I can see a little HP and MP bar in the corners. You can move using just the normal joystick controller. And this game is a platformer, so sometimes you have to explore a bit. What looks like pictures are actually levels you can walk on, but doesn't seem like I can go that way. So let's go this way. Oh, A is jump. Perfect. You can jump decently high. Use X to interact with different objects. Right to the old monastery. I have no idea where I need to go, but that sounds good. Woods darker than night, shadows lost of light. Oh, there's a box. Can I open it? No, I can push it. Okay, so we push the box and we're going to use it to jump up. So this game obviously has puzzles in it. Can't jump high enough to get up there. What's over here? Oh, but I can walk up this pathway. Perfect. Okay, and we'll walk on the tree. Oh, it's going to break. No, we're good. Jumping along. That's creepy. I hate spiders. Looks like it doesn't want to bother me right now, but let's go. Okay, so back this way where there's no spiders. Sounds good. And then we will go into the creepy cave, and there's a monster. Steady. Only little kids easily scare. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared. Let's leave. I don't think I can fight that. Go back up. Nope. Missed the jump. Try again. Yes. Okay. Jump up and then maybe. Yeah. Okay. And we'll go over here and we'll keep going on top so we don't have to see the creepy monster. Maybe check out this sign over here. Still says right to the old monastery. and left to the altar of Matildis. I think I woke up on an altar, so maybe that's just left to where I came from. This dream is formed of frigid air. Dark spirits fly, I know not where. So everything in this game rhymes, as you can see. And it is sometimes a better rhyme than others. No, wake up, wake up. Nightmare, let me wake. Papa, where are you? My heart shall break. Oh, that's sad. And will someone please explain how water falls with no rain? Rude, I'm crying, be nice. Now they talk a little bit. I think it's supposed to be a firefly. Yes. Okay, so that's a firefly who's looking for an Aurora. I'm Aurora. Yeah, okay, so we're going to be friends now. Somebody is waiting to talk to me who will help me out, presumably. So now the firefly has joined the party and you can move him as well. So you use the right joystick to move the firefly. This is where the 2-player option for this game comes in. If you have a second player, they control the firefly. It makes the game a lot simpler and kind of more enjoyable, but the protagonist, Aurora, is always the one who gets to make the decisions. So that's important to remember. I really like playing the firefly with my younger nieces and nephews while they play as Aurora and just kind of helping them out. So now we're learning about these weird bushes. They're called wishes. And when you run into them, you find balls of light. If you get them in order, always getting the orange one next, you get bonuses to your stats. But either way, they are good to grab. They're going to help you out as the game progresses. Sometimes they even will help you figure out which direction you're supposed to go. It never hurts to follow the wishes. So there's Igniculus is just grabbing everything that we miss. Sorry, the firefly's name is Igniculus. I know this. We'll find out in a minute. And now we have to get into this weird, creepy tree. The firefly wants to just go, but Aurora cannot fly, unfortunately. She has to walk. And so now they're trying to figure out what to do. And she's telling him to light up. And he's a little bit affronted, but he is going to light himself up because he's a firefly and he can do that. And as he will project the light using the left trigger on the Xbox. Sorry, I was playing this game on the Xbox. It is available on the PC and on the PlayStation 4. I don't think it's on the Switch. I'll check and put it in the notes if it is. But as you light up, you can project the shadow so that it goes into the corresponding symbol, which opens the door. That can be a little bit tricky, so I left those balls at the top there so I could restock. As you can see, it restocks the firefly's light ability. You can only do it for so long, because if you are having a hard time with that, you're going to want to be able to restock so you can turn it on again without running out. Remove the sword, it said. Aurora's confused because she doesn't know who's talking to her. Firefly convinced it's some lady of the forest. Take the sword of Matildis. So we'll go and we will push X to interact with the object and we will pull out the sword. It feels real. And apparently it's heavy. Oh, okay, now there's a monster. And the firefly wants me to run, but Aurora is convinced it's a dream and she has a sword now. So we're just going to go smack it. So this is where the combat is. As you can see, it's all turn-based. So you don't have to worry about doing things as the game progresses. You can take time to decide what you're going to do. There's the 2 wishes in the corner. You're going to want to save those in case Igniculus needs to reboost his power. You don't want to waste it. So we go first. We're at the beginning of the cast bar. And we can pick what we're going to do. You can see how close behind you the monster is on the bar. And if you shine in front of him, you'll see the little symbol in front of his icon. It's slowing him down. And the game will talk about that in a minute. So we can flee, take a potion. I don't have any potions, so I guess we won't do that. I don't really want to run away. I don't have a party. Maybe I will. And act. So we'll click act, we can slash or we can defend. Defend has an instant cast time. And slash has a medium cast time. So slash takes a bit longer, but I do want to hit it. And it looks like I have some time. So you click it and then you select what you're going to slash. And it will damage him and then he's going to smack. Yep, he's going to hit me. My crown falls off. And we just go back and forth. This time let's defend just so we can see that. See, it's instant and it doesn't take any time at all. So it pushes me forward in the turn. I go through pretty quickly. And we'll smack him again. Smack him with a sword. And select which enemy. And slash. This one was pretty easy. It was your first one. And there we go. So that is combat. So exciting. Okay, just want to skip ahead a bit and show you the skill tree. It's pretty important because depending on how you play, you might not actually unlock all of the skills. So you want to make sure that you have the ones that match your playstyle. So there's 3 different paths. As you can see, there's this Starlight path, which is a magic spell that has a long cast time. There's the Light Ray spell, which has the very long cast time, and it is very powerful. And then there's another path, which is actually the one that's going to give you more sword skills. So I'm going to take Starlight because I actually really like having a light spell early in the game, and I find the Light Ray one is a long cast time. Oculi you can use to put magic damage in your items, but we don't have any yet. And then inventory is just where you can examine your items. Okay, so skip to combat. We're going to use the Firefly to shine in the monster's eyes so we can attack from behind. This will give us a surprise strike, which means we're guaranteed to go first. Turn order is very important in turn-based combat. So now we have our new spell. We will cast it. It's going to take a little bit longer than the sword. Super cool animation. And boom, he's dead. So it is more powerful than the sword, and it's powerful enough to kill that weak thing. Okay, skipping forward again because I don't want this video to be too long, but I do want to show a couple of the different aspects. I'm going to show you guys one more puzzle and fight, and then we'll go from there. So here we can see Aurora, the door is blocked, so there's no way to get in. How do we get it unlocked? And we can see there's a lever up at the top, but the Firefly cannot interact with the lever. So we'll grab the box and we'll drag it with us. I just want to note that the music in this game is absolutely stunning. I listen to it on its own on a very regular basis. I just couldn't put it into this video with everything else going on. So we push the box over and then we can use that to get a little higher. There's a monster there, so Nicholas is going to let me get a surprise attack in. It's important to fight as many monsters as you can because they level you up, and you are really going to want as many levels as you can get, as we will see in a moment. So I'm using Nicholas to slow her down so I can get in an attack here. Was just a quick one because she was pretty powerful. And then I'm going to use Igniculus not at all because she is weak to magic. And so that's going to take her down really quickly. Well, weak to light magic. You will eventually get companions. You will control them. Second player only controls the Firefly, who can do different types of elemental damage. But to get the companions, you have to explore. You could miss them if you choose to. So it's important that you interact with objects around you whenever you have the opportunity. So here we're in this weird Steamworks style setting. And there's a bunch of boxes. So how on earth do we travel up high? I wish that you could fly, says Igniculus. And then you hear the voice again saying, Aurora, illuminate the oculi. Let me try. More rhyming. I do like that the rhyming is often shared between the characters, so they'll rhyme with each other instead of one person just sounding kind of weird. The director, creator, producer, one of the big people involved with this game, described it as playing poetry, which is kind of nice. You can see the art style is really pretty, and the dialogue is very soothing. As I mentioned, the music is really gorgeous. So we've iniculated, we have illuminated the oculi, and we're gonna go up and grab this box. The Firefly just asked what was in the vats, and Aurora said hopefully not children, so that sounds frightening. Using the Firefly like an elevator button to carry this box up and down. Let's get this onto the ramp and over off the edge. Pretty sure it's not going to do any good up there. Perfect. So there's a spot to jump up. So we'll just push the box over there. Jump up, go over. Yep. Grab this other box. Drag it over. So the puzzles aren't usually overly complicated, but they do pose an enjoyable level of intrigue instead of just wandering around all the time. Oops, I was supposed to flip that lever. Let's go back. I also like that this game really just doesn't punish you for being bad at games, which is always refreshing. So we pull that lever. Nicholas is going to stock up on his wishes. And ooh, platform. Jump on that real quick. And there's a button. It opens the door. Of course, it's going to close the door as soon as I step off of it. So let's go grab this box over here. Yep. Grab that box and we can drag it back. The elevator keeps moving because the switch is in the on position. And push it right onto the platform. Nope. Okay, good. I got onto. So that we can use the box to hold down the button. So like I said, simple puzzles, definitely capable, like any age could probably do them, any age old enough to play games. But I still enjoy it and I'm an adult, mostly. All right, so now we're up higher than we were and ooh, there's a weird box. So we are going to shine on it, which is going to open it. And it's going to give me an oculi. We mentioned those. You put 3 of them together and you can make stronger versions of the oculi, or you can create new colors if you combine colors. I'm going to skip this fight and pull that trigger. And by skip, I mean cut past me doing it so you don't have to watch the same thing over and over again. Okay, so the door is open and now we come to this abandoned temple-y place. There's some stairs so we can go up to the contraption in the middle and see what is going on. Okay, beware, a spell has been cast. I am imprisoned behind the glass. We're probably supposed to let her out. We're probably going to get in trouble when we do. So either, there we go. So I'm just casting the light from the red circle onto the red crystal there. As you can see, there's 2 more crystals. So we're going to have to figure out a way to rotate this machine. And you can do that with this lever over here. So you have to grab it and then you use the left bumper to pull it. And now we're at purple, but there is no purple crystal. So let's try green. And as we push it, all the green glass breaks. And then blue. I am nearly free, be fast. She's gonna kill us when she gets out. Okay, blue. And my aim is really bad. There we go. Shatter and dun dun dun. Who dares challenge the Queen of Night? Okay, she's not bad. These are bad. A tiny nothing with locks of red. These things are 5 times my size. Oh, and I'm fighting both of them at once. This is but a dream. Trust not what you see. Seems real to me they want us dead. All right, so they're right on my tail, so they're pretty fast. I don't have time for long actions, but I can use Igniculus on the one that's closest to me on the timeline to slow him down a little and just smack it with a sword. Oh, they're making themselves stronger. Great. I just have my healing tonics. That's it. Oh, well, one for my MP, which is good because I'm out of magic potions, as you can see in the top there. But I need heals more, so I have healed myself. I don't know why I'm slowing him down. I didn't really make a big difference, and now he's gonna go even faster. Great, thanks. If I go fast enough, I can interrupt him. I did not go fast enough, so I was interrupted instead. I'm gonna use the Firefly to heal myself. That's something you can do. It's very slow healing in the early levels. Doesn't make the biggest difference, and I have to go get more wishes. Okay, that hurt. This is not going well. Those things are super fast. Decapitate. I have 6, now 7, 8. I don't have a lot of time, and I'm out of magic points, so I have to do my weaker attacks. It is not making a difference. They don't even look tired yet. Okay, this fight is significantly harder than the last ones. Oh, great. And they heal themselves. Perfect. Okay, this is not going well. Let's try... I don't think I can interrupt them. I think they're going to hit me again. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, so I died. That happens in this game. It's not a big deal. It auto-saves, so you don't have to worry. And it will just restart you close to where you were. So in this case, I just have to redo the temple again. It's not a big deal. So we're just going to quickly release the prisoner in the glass. Same method as before. We'll just rotate that and shine the colors on the spheres that they need to go on. So really not a big deal at all. Don't be afraid if you die, is the moral of this story. Like I said, this game doesn't punish you for being bad, but do fight whenever you can, because it does make it easier, and there are boss fights periodically throughout the game that are significantly harder than the fights before them. And each area unlocks more difficult combats and enemies. Alright, so Aurora's in denial that this is reality again, so she's pretty fearless. So this time I have magic now. Because I died, I'm back at full stuff, so I'm going to use my spell, and I'm going to go boom. And look, they're vulnerable to light. So that is good, because it does bonus damage against them. I don't know why I'm slowing that one down. I'm going to try slash this time because it's faster. And look, I made it before he did, so I got to interrupt him, so he didn't get to hit me. This other one's going to hit me. Nope, he's going to go faster. And I need to go slow him down, and I just made it. Okay, so I need to collect more wishes with the Firefly, and I was able to dodge. So this fight is going much better now that I have the magic points. And I'm not taking nearly as much damage. So I'm probably not going to be able to get this action off because they're really close to performing their action. Yeah. But they didn't hurt me, so I'm not interrupted. So I can go, and one of them is down. And now there's only one, which does make this a lot easier. So target your fire and pick them off. I'm out of my magic spell again, but that's okay. I'm just going to smack him with my sword. And it'll probably take another time or two, but I have enough health that I'll probably be okay. And I can, in fact, use Igniculus as some bonus healing. And so when it's your turn to select your action, time freezes, no one does anything, but you can still move. The Firefly, he still moves kind of outside of time, and he can still heal you, which is really, really nice. Not going to make that one, so I'm not going to try anything fancy here. Oh, he's just beating himself up again. All right, then I will get to hit him. At least they're not healing themselves this time. That's a bonus. I want my magic back, but nope, I didn't get to take it. I was interrupted. That's annoying. Let us just, when in doubt, smack it with a sword. Especially if you get to interrupt them when you do it. That's always really nice. I obviously need a little bit of healing, so I'll just finish that up. As you can see, this fight is considerably longer than the little fights. Like, the boss fights are a lot harder. Now he's healing himself. Great. This is going to take forever. It's also kind of stressful, not going to lie. I don't like dying, even if it is in a game. He didn't let me take a healing potion. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I got my healing potion in. I don't have any more Firefly stamina left, really. Yeah, and all of the wishes are used up. They will restock if the fight goes on long enough, but that takes a little while. Oh, there's one there. So I can go grab that. I can use that to either slow the enemy, which is what I'm going to try and do. It didn't work. Wasn't enough. But it did let me get another attack in because he decided to speed up. He's so fast now. And I'm healing myself now with the Firefly's ability. And I am just going to take a magic potion because I need to do more damage to these monsters. So, ow. But I do have enough magic now to cast my Starlight spell. So we can do that. We have enough time, it will go off. And boom. He is now dead. Level up. So now I'm level 5. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of grinding. Found an item that's going to help me out. And now I get the cool cutscene from the lady in the mirror, who is very awesome. But I'm actually going to end this recording here. Obviously, there's a lot more to this game, but I do think this video has gone on long enough, and I don't want to spoil everything for you. So she's going to give you some neat abilities that will help you unlock more of the map and explore more, and give you some guidance and direction as to where you're supposed to go next.